Guys, this is the old city of Jerusalem, and located over here is the Temple Mount, the site of King Solomon's temple before it was destroyed. All that remains of the temple is the western wall, and let's go and visit it. It's Judaism's most holiest site. Guys, does the term BC/AD or BCE/CE confuse you? Well, let me explain this to you. If the birth of Christ is considered year 0, then anything before this time is considered BC or before Christ, and anything after this year 0 is AD or Anno Domini. And we are now here on the timeline 2023. So guys, before this we used to use the Christian term BC and AD, Anno Domini, year of the Lord. To make it more secularly appropriate, nowadays we use the term BCE, before the Common Era, which is the same as before Christ, or CE, Common Era, which is equivalent to AD or Anno Domini. Guys, this is a map of the old city of Jerusalem. King Solomon's temple is located here, built in the 10th century BCE. It was then destroyed by the Babylonians and rebuilt as the second temple by Zerubbabel and expanded by King Herod. This temple was destroyed again by the Romans, and all that remains is this western wall, which is Judaism's most holiest site. The site of King Solomon's temple is now called the Temple Mount, also known as Al-Haram al-Sharif, or the Noble Sanctuary, or the Al-Aqsa Mosque Complex. It is Islam's third most holiest site. The old city of Jerusalem is divided into 4 quarters: the Muslim quarter, the Christian quarter, the Armenian quarter, and the Jewish quarter. From the Jewish quarter, you get a good view of the Temple Mount and the Western Wall. Let's have a look and see. So from this high point on the Jewish quarter, looking down at the Temple Mount, you can see the Al-Qibli Mosque, the Morocco Minaret, the Dome of the Rock, and the Chain Minaret. You can also see the wooden walkway which we took when we entered the Temple Mount through the Moroccan Gate in the last video. Today for our trip to the Western Wall, we're going to go to the security screen here and then walk through this open walkway to reach the Western Wall. We just picked up some information leaflets and brochures here just before going to see the wall. What is the significance of the Western Wall? The Western Wall has been the center of Jewish yearning and memory for more than 2000 years. It is the only fragment of the Great Temple to survive the Roman destruction. And the Jews believe that the divine presence has never departed from the Western Wall. It is the most sacred structure of the Jewish people. It is the focus of Jewish longing and prayer for redemption and renewal. King Solomon first built his temple here in the 10th century before the Common Era. In the year 587 BCE, this temple was destroyed by the Babylonians. In the year 517 BCE, the temple was rebuilt under the direction of Zerubbabel. In the year 19 BCE, King Herod began a major expansion of the second temple. In the year 70 CE, this second temple was destroyed by the Roman Empire. And all that remained of the second temple was this retaining western wall. These retaining walls were reinforced by the Umayyads in the 7th century Common Era, and in the 16th century they were further reinforced by the Ottomans. If you look carefully at the western wall, you can see the 3 different phases of this wall. The Herod period, followed by the Umayyad reinforcement, and then the Ottoman reinforcement. The western wall is the setting for Israeli national events. The priest's blessings, or in Hebrew Berkat Kohanim, occurs here at Pesach, Passover, and Sukkot, Feast of the Tabernacles. Candle lighting on the Feast of Chanukah also occurs here. This is a Jewish festival commemorating the rededication of the Second Temple and symbolized by the lighting of the menorah. The swearing in of Israeli police and armed forces recruits. Also, Israeli Defense Force and Jerusalem Day ceremonies. It is a popular place for bar and bat mitzvahs of the youngsters too. According to the holy book of the Jews, the Torah, it is said that no one can enter the Temple Mount before the Messiah comes and points out the holiest and sacred places here.
Written, don't enter before the Messiah comes and show you the holy place which is the center of the temple, and then you can build the third temple.
According to Jamil, this temple mount was where God used to live.
Oh. This is where God used to live, and when the temple was there was the Ark of the Covenant, and also there where Abraham was about to sacrifice his son Isaac. This is according to them, but according to the Torah, don't enter till the Messiah comes and show you the holy spot. Where is it? So those ultra-Orthodox, they don't enter. So this is the closest point, so they are praying towards the rock inside the dome of the rock, because according to the Torah, don't go inside.
According to Jewish traditions, both these temples were destroyed on the same day, on the 9th of Av, and every year this is marked by a day of mourning called Tisha B'Av.
The first and the second temple were destroyed in the same day, 9th of Av. So that's why the holiest one for them. They can put papers between the stones, and you can touch the stone, make dua, or whatever you want from God, you make a wish.
So both the men and women have to be separated when visiting the wall. So the ladies are heading that way to visit the wall, while the men head towards this side, following Jamil. So notice I'm wearing the skull cap when visiting the western wall, and there's a reason for this. This skull cap, also called a yarmulke or a kippah, is worn by Jewish males. It is used by them during prayer or when entering sacred places like a synagogue or a cemetery. According to Jewish tradition, covering one's head means honoring God. And if a non-Jew wears the skull cap when entering a Jewish house, it means respecting their tradition. In fact, the Jewish holy book, the Talmud, states, "Cover your head in order that the fear of God may be upon you." Cheers. So as we approach the western wall, you can see if you do not have a yarmulke or a skull cap, you can cover your head with your whatever hat or headgear you're wearing. It's fine. You see our tour guide Jamil, although being a Muslim, he was encouraging us to pray and ask for God whatever favors he wanted here.
Yeah, you can make a wish or make whatever you want. Okay, right? Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, good.
Ask from God whatever you want from Him.
The booth here provides skull caps for people who don't have any headgear, and also pieces of paper with a pencil for you to write your petition before putting it into the crevices of the wall. So you can see Raja here filling up his petition on the piece of paper before putting it into the wall. Well, it really amazed me looking at the fervour of the Jewish people praying to a wall with such firm belief in their tradition and faith. Well, if you look closely at this Jewish man, you can see his zitzit protruding from his shirt. The zitzit are actually part of the Jewish prayer shawl called a talit, and is worn by religious Jews during their ceremonies and prayers. So you can see all these pieces of paper inside the crevices of the wall from people writing petitions and appealing to God. Twice a year, these notes are collected and buried in a cemetery in the Mount of Olives. This area to the left of the wall is called Wilson's Arch area. It's been renovated to form a synagogue with heating in winter and air conditioning in summer, complete with a library and a place to pray in comfort. So guys, after that interesting walk to the western wall, it was time for lunch, and we were taken to this Jerusalem hotel at Nablus Road for a traditional Palestinian lunch. This building actually sits on the ruins of an old Byzantine 4th century church, which was destroyed by the Persians in the 7th century. Well guys, it was thirsty work going up the western wall, so I decided to try this Palestinian beer, Shepherd's Blonde. And it went well with this appetizer, corn salad and hummus starter. So I'm having this Palestinian beer. It has a unique taste. It's a little bit sweetish. I think I still prefer our Malaysian beer. And my appetizer is corn with
beer,
salad.
the Good Shepherd.
Yeah, Good Shepherd. What is this chickpea?
Corn and hummus.
Nice and crispy, fresh. For our main course, they serve us makluba. Makluba in Arabic means upside down. The dish consists of meat, usually chicken or lamb, rice and fried vegetables, which are usually cauliflower and eggplant. All the ingredients are cooked in a pot in layers, and when the pot is inverted and served upside down, the dish looks like a layer cake. Hence the name makluba. Hello. We want to share one, can? One? Two of us share. The dish looked quite appetizing, but we decided to share one because we were quite full. How's the chicken? You find it?
Very nice.
Right? Nice, very roasted.
Very well roasted. There's aubergines here.
Okay.
Those who are looking for eggplant aubergines.
Okay.
And the rice, tila rice, is a bit glutinous, but it's nice.
And then what else? The brinjal.
There's the brinjal here.
Cauliflower.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
For dessert, we had this traditional Palestinian dish, basbousa, a traditional Middle Eastern dish. Coconut grating with what is it?
Coconut. Milk with coconut. Milk with coconut.
The coconut is nice and springy. And the cake?
Okay, coconut is springy.
The cake is but it's good, right? Cake is nice. The cake is like a...
It tastes the coconut. It's not too sweet. It's quite nice. It's definitely not springy.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the trip to the Western Wall in Jerusalem. Till the next video. Cheers!